The preference of hip-hop consumers has changed, and artists are late to the game. The reception from fans on recently released albums like Drake's For All the Dogs, Westside Gunn's And Then You Pray For Me, and even Lil Wayne's recent project The Fix Before the Six got me thinking about this. Let's start with Lil Wayne's project, which in reality is just a throwaway mixtape before we get the Carter Six. He got roasted online by people making fun of his production choices and people saying the quality of music doesn't meet the standard of today's hip-hop and people calling for his retirement. But Lil Wayne comes from the mixtape era of the 2000s and even the blog era of the early 2010s, where the goal was quantity over quality. We were downloading mixtapes off of Dat Piff that were mixed horribly, and if an artist were to come out and be like, "This is my studio album," they would just get laughed off the internet. But there was an understanding from consumers at the time that there would be a difference in quality between a mixtape and a studio album, and we were just thankful to be getting new music in between albums to hold us over, maybe hear our favorite artists rap over the beats of big songs at the time. Rappers would also use mixtapes as a medium to flex their lyricism and rapping ability and weren't necessarily trying to make the best music. So for example, when you look at a song on Lil Wayne's project like Birds, people online were complaining, saying the production was trash and that it sounded like a video game beat and blah, 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 blah. But I can guarantee you that Lil Wayne also knows the beat is bad. That's the point. He's flexing his ability to successfully rap on a song where the beat really isn't good, or it's weird, or it's like, I don't even get someone to rap on this. There's no pocket to rap on. And then you're like, oh shit, Lil Wayne got in a pocket somehow. That's impressive. That's the point of what he's doing. Now, after the blog era, we got the streaming era. And what the streaming era ushered in was a new philosophy of spray and pray. Artists would just give us 20-song albums and leave it up to the consumers to decide what the best songs were. Put out 20 songs, these 5 songs stream the most, okay, that's where the money goes to. That's where we push on radio. That's where we make a music video. And that was the philosophy that people have been doing. But in today's era, and I don't know what we're supposed to call the era we're currently in, but today, there's too much of everything. Too much music, too much content, too much information that nobody has the time or wants to make the effort to parse through a bunch of songs to find the ones they like. It's too much time. It's too much effort. That's why everything now is algorithm based. As much as we complain about the algorithm and everyone's like, the algorithm's out to get me. That's why the algorithms exist, because we don't want to make the effort, so the algorithm does it for us. I think the other thing that's changed since the streaming era is that we now live in a hot take society because thanks to the algorithms, we can more easily broadcast our opinions to the world. I also think the rise in popularity of online music critics like Anthony Fantano has factored into this, where now everyone's in a race to give a hot take, and a lot of times hot takes are negative takes. Benny the Butcher just went off about this on his Instagram and how he feels like everyone is now a music critic and just looking for the negatives and everything.
Y'all gotta start just enjoying the music and stop trying to always give y'all opinion, because you niggas is not Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, respectfully though, enjoy the music. It's like, motherfuckers don't enjoy the music no more. They just critique the music. You know, the people that you're critiquing, you gotta realize, you know, a large percent of them got here without your opinion. Like, respectfully, don't take this the wrong way, but I get online and I just see people critiquing, saying what they like or what they don't like. Enough of that bullshit, man. Get back to enjoying the music, man. Get back to celebrating these artists. And if you don't like it, you don't fucking like it. I'm not saying that y'all gotta like everything, but just enjoy it, man. Can we get back to enjoying the music? Y'all see where this shit going. So uplift the people who putting shit out that y'all do like, man. Because this shit is getting out of control. It's getting crazy.
So with all of that in mind, we can now look at Drake and Westside Gunn's recent albums. Drake's album For All the Dogs, 23 tracks and an hour and 25 minutes of runtime. Westside Gunn's 21 tracks and an hour and 15 minutes of runtime. You can even go to Offset's new album, Set It Off, which was 21 tracks and an hour long. And a lot of the criticism I've seen online about these albums, which to be honest, while not as harsh or negative, I do somewhat share the same opinion, is that these albums are too bloated. I think you have artists from Lil Wayne's era that are stuck in the mixtape and blog era mindset, and I think you have artists like Drake and Westside Gunn who are seemingly more current, but really come from the streaming era mindset of give the fans as much as possible, let them decide what the good and bad songs are. But I think today nobody wants to go through the bad songs to get to the good songs. We're all just waiting for someone or the algorithm or something to be shown in our faces to be like, these are the good songs. So I think what artists need to focus on is that you do need to focus on quantity, because we live in, like I said, the information age, and in order to keep up, you got to keep putting out more. We don't need to put out 20-track albums all the time. You don't need to even put out 15-track albums. I think a 7-track album with 7 smashes is way better than putting out 20 songs on an album and like 10 of them are good. Everyone's just going to say, well, there's 10 bad ones. If you just cut it down to like, these are the 7 absolutely best songs I have, and I got one of those every year instead of one album every 2 years where it's 50-50 good versus bad songs, I think fans would be happier with more shorter projects where I know everything I'm getting is a smash. And while, as I said, it's easier for fans to now not have to go through a bunch of songs to find the ones they like, it also presents less of an opportunity for the online music critics to find all the negatives in your album. Though we as consumers, and I'm including myself in this as well, we need to accept the fact that not every song on an album is going to be a 10 out of 10. Those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think, whether you agree or disagree. I will respond to the comments. Make sure you hit like and subscribe on your way out. I am Chenz. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.